Psalm 20 advises us to, quote, serve the Lord with joy. Judaism teaches that a depressed spirit cannot hear God. He cannot communicate directly with such a person, you see. He or she needs the mediation of another. When Jesus taught us that he is the vine and we are the branches in John 15, he said, "These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and your joy may be full." You see, he said these things to make us happy. A happy or joyful Christian is a terror to the enemy. But best of all, he has clear communication with God. The lines are open. There's no static. Joy could be compared with one of those things we download when our computer has performance issues. It sweeps away the debris and suddenly everything runs faster, clearer, better, sweeter. Rabbi Levi Yitzhak said, quote, "It's a great mitzvah to always be happy." Now, a mitzvah is a commandment. He was saying that it's not just advisable or recommended, happiness is commanded of us. He derived this from Deuteronomy 26, verse 11. "You shall rejoice with all the good that the Lord your God has given you and your family." Everyone has a characteristic greeting, a word or phrase said in a certain way. We immediately recognize who is speaking, even if we don't see them. That of Jesus was delightfully humble and human. Cheer up. It's usually translated, be of good cheer, but that loses some of the warmth and humor of the original. When he came walking on water and the disciples looked horrified. "Cheer up," he said, "it's me." Mark 6, verse 50. And one of my favorites is after he had told them about the persecution they'd face after he had returned to the Father, he looked at them and said, "Cheer up, I've overcome the world." John 16, verse 33. And when Paul, in danger of being torn limb from limb, was thrown into prison for his own safety, the risen Jesus stood by him in the night time and said, you guessed it, cheer up. Acts 23, verse 11. He was and is irrepressible. Good cheer is important to God and should be to us. Whenever heaven's gates open, we hear the sound of joyful shouting and salvation. Psalm 118, verse 15. Now it's said that David's 7-stringed harp will have 8 strings in the kingdom in order to manage the new songs to be played. 7 is the number of completeness, and 8 is the number of new beginnings. The new beginning of joy unbounded, full of glory.